Why play Maokai top? Well, his kit has great sustain, he is amazingly tanky, he brings way too much lockdown, and he's a beast in a teamfight with amazing engage. However, his laning phase isn't the strongest, and he does need his team to follow up his engages. Maokai's passive is he periodically empowers his next basic attack to grant him a decent heal. Each time he casts an ability, is hit by an enemy ability, or hits an enemy or epic monster with his E, this cooldown is reduced. Also, this ability works as an auto attack reset if you time it perfectly. Maokai's Q has two hitboxes, one which is a straight line skill shot and one which is a circle around him. Enemies hit by any of this take damage and are slowed, and enemies hit by the circle around him are also stunned and knocked back. Maokai's W is a point and click ability which dashes him to the target where he becomes untargetable. Upon arrival, he deals damage to that target and roots them. Maokai's E throws a sapling on the ground where it grants sight of the area. It will remain there for 30 seconds until it sees a nearby enemy where it will start chasing them. When it hits an enemy, it explodes, dealing damage to them and slowing them. However, if it's thrown in a brush, the sapling becomes enhanced, where it lasts for longer, deals double the damage over 3 bursts, and the slow is increased. Maokai's ultimate summons a massive rectangular skill shot of 5 thorny brambles which slowly advance in a direction. These become faster over time but stop when they hit an enemy champion. Enemies hit take damage and are rooted, and the root duration is increased the further the brambles have travelled. And if it hits an enemy champion, Maokai is granted a burst of movement speed. For combos, when engaging, start with ult and walk up to your opponent. Attack into E and W before attacking again, using Q to knock them towards danger. And if fighting by yourself, start E into W and attack. Q into a sideways ult for an instant hit before attacking away. For matchups, Maokai plays well into ranged top laners, where he can get bullied early. As the game goes on, he can easily start engaging on them and blowing them up. And he can struggle against tank killers. For runes, take this. Grasp makes you even tankier. For build order, start shield and pot and grab an early tier before getting tier 2 boot and an unending despair. After this, complete your Fimbulwinter and get a Spirit's Visage before finishing a build with any of these as needed. For skill order, start Q then W then E before maxing Q then W then E, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take flash and teleport. Starting the game, your main focus is being as strong as possible entering the mid game where you offer insane value in team fights. So your main focus is farming hard and getting experience, and you have lots of tools to do this. Between your passive and grasp, you actually bring tons of sustain to the lane, and your Q is amazing disengage if anything jumps on you. Also, if your jungler ever wants to come top, you have amazing gank setup. Your W being guaranteed lockdown before queuing them in the wrong direction, it just makes it easy for your jungler. Entering the mid game, take your tower as soon as possible and look where you can to group with your team. As a Maokai, you just always want to be team fighting. Entering late game team fights, you want to play as your teams engage. Start the fight by using your ultimate on as many opponents as possible. Not only is this great damage and lockdown, but it also gives you the movement speed to run at your opponents. After this, either W onto their backline and Q one of their carries into danger, or if your backline's being dived, use these abilities to peel for your team. And that's how to play Maokai top lane. If this video helped you, leave a like and comment below who you want to see next.